All right, this is our running warm-up number 2 then. Again, we're going to start with 20-yard distance, and we want to make sure that the athletes are touching the lines with their feet. So, George, jog it down for me, jog it back. Jogs it down to the 30-yard line, 20 yards, however distance you want, and then he jogs it back. Nice and easy again, we're just getting them warmed up. They don't have to be a sprint on this one. All the drills we're going to do 2 times to accommodate things that we do on our right leg, left leg, or multi-direction. So he jogs it down, jogs it back. Then our next one's going to be a lateral skip. And for the lateral skip, we're going to face sideways, and he's just going to bring his knees up, nice and high, and try and get some good arm action. The athletes are going to struggle with arm action at first until their mind and their feet can figure out the lateral skip, and that's fine. Once they get it though, we want that good arm action, hands in our pockets. So, George, jog it down, 20 yards, give me lateral skip back, facing the track. One thing you want to make sure is that they're getting their trail knee up nice and high as well. A lot of times they're going to get that lead knee up nice and high, but you want the trail knee up nice and high as well. Don't let that trail leg get lazy. Okay, jog it down nice and easy. Lateral skip back facing the court. Want to make sure that they're facing sideways. Don't let their hips turn forward. Toes, hips, shoulders, head, everything faces sideways. Don't want them to cross over. The knees stay apart. So again, on that one, a couple things to watch out for. Watch out for them not staying sideways, and watch out for that crossover step. Everything should stay open. No crossover on that. Next one then is a fun one. It's going to get them laughing. They're going to jog it down 20 yards. On the way back, they're going to run with their hands behind their back. So go ahead, George, jog it down. Hands behind your back, run coming back. We do this to illustrate how your arms help you run fast. So what we want to do is we show them, you can come a little faster than that. There you go. We show them what it feels like if they don't get to use their arms at all. Go ahead, one more time. Jog it down. Run it back good and hard with your hands behind your back. All right, so if you're not using your arms, how does that feel? Now what we're going to do is say, okay, now, next one, jog it down, run it back nice and hard using your arms. Doesn't have to be a sprint, but they're going to run it back hard. Being able to use their arms, light bulb's going to go, okay, hey, if my arm action is good, I'm going to be able to run faster. And we'll say, hey, which one felt faster, with your hands behind your back or able to use your arms? They'll say, oh, using my arms. So when we teach them and cue them on proper arm action, we get some buy-in because they understand, yeah, if I can use my arms, I'm going to be faster. So go ahead, jog it down, run it back, using your arms. Run it back hard, run it back hard. Here we go. There we go. Good. All right. We've done those. Now we're going to get into some dynamic flexibility. Again, you can watch the dynamic flexibility video to pick and choose some of those, but generally I'm going to use Groucho, 10 yards, every step's a rep. Then we're going to get into our knee pull quadricep stretch, 10 yards, every step's a rep. Coming back then, we're going to do our quadricep stretch toe touch. A lot of balance on that one. Quadricep stretch toe touch, 10 yards. And then we'll finish with our hands behind our head, our marching opposite elbow, opposite knee. So we'll do 40 yards worth of stretches in between, 10 yards down, 20 yards down, 10 yards back, 10 yards back. Then back to the running. So our next one's a tough one. We're going to jog it down. On the way back, they're going to get a lateral bound. So for the lateral bound, we're jumping out at a 45-degree angle as far as we can. So I'm pushing out here and then here. Boom, boom. Lateral bound. They don't initially have to be quick on it. All right, we want them to get the movement down. Once they get it down, then if they want to pick that knee up and be a little quicker on it, they can. But initially, we want them nice, solid, getting side to side. George, go one time, show us jog it down, lateral bound, coming back. We want distance to the side. Get out to the side. Boom. Boom. There you go. Good. To the side. Big. Big to the side. That's the way. Good. It should take them a lot of steps to cover the 20 yards coming back. Nice job. Shoulders leaning forward. He stays nice and low on it. A couple things we don't want. When they land, we don't want them to have to take multiple hops to get back under control. We want one stick and hold landing. Boom. Shoulders leaning forward. The taller they are, the harder it's going to be for them. So they're in that good athletic position. Now, this next time, okay, so George has the movement. The next time he's going to try and come back and just be a little quicker on the landing. All right? So instead of sticking it, boom, boom, he's going to try and actually bound with it coming back. Go ahead. Jog it down, lateral bound coming back. Some of the athletes might not ever get to this point. But if they can, we'll pick up the speed a little bit. Good. To the side. Boom. 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 Nice. Yep. There we go. Great job. Good. And again, we want to keep the hips and shoulders facing forward. It's not one where they're going to be twisting a lot on. Again, you want distance to the side, so sometimes they're going to try and come back too fast, and it's just going to look like this here. All right, that's not it. We want distance to the side. Now the next one, tougher still, is a reverse lateral bound. So, balls of my feet, shoulders leaning forward, pushing back, pushing back, pushing back, pushing back. They have to stay in the low athletic position. If they're tall, you're going to see a lot of this thing going on, and that's not what we want. We still want that single leg solid landing. To the side, to the side, to the side. And this is going to take them a long time to get back. If they're doing it right, it's going to take a long time taking it back. George, jog it down, reverse lateral bound, coming back. Take to the side, but yes, fine, that's going to happen, that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. That's what you're going to see. Boom, boom. Pushing back, good. Balance, strength, stability, coordination, conditioning. You're working a lot of different things right here. Yeah, that's fine. Boom. Boom. Good. And so what you're going to see also a lot of times with the athletes is their upper body is going to twist. All right, so when they push back here, they're going to face this way. And then they're going to push back and twist. And push back and twist. You want to keep the hips and shoulders facing forward. All right, hips and shoulders facing forward. This isn't one that they're ever going to come back real fast on. All right, so it's kind of a bound in name only. George, one more time. Jog it down easy. Catch your breath on the jog. Lateral bound. Coming back. Shoulders are leaning forward. Good balance. A lot of balance on this exercise. A lot of strength on this exercise. Good, fine. Good. Push to the side. Push to the side. And we don't want them to rush it. We're just warming up. We can get a lot out of these drills if they're doing them right. If they're slopping through them, trying to go too fast, and just giving you something that looks like this, we're not getting much out of that. To the side, good. Nice, all right. That's gonna take the athletes a while to do and to get proficient at. Again, we don't wanna see them twist. And they gotta stick and be solid on that landing, good low athletic position. Next two, and we finish up with some easier ones here. Next one, we just jog it down. On the way back, you're just gonna get a single leg hop on your right leg. And we're not trying to hop for distance or see how far we can get with each hop. Again, we're still just warming up, but we're working strength on the leg, stability, balance, coordination, George, jog it down nice and easy. Single leg hop back on your right leg. That's all it is. You know, nice and easy single leg hop. We're not trying to go so fast that they're getting out of control and having that other leg touch the ground at any point. Jog it down, same thing, coming back on your left leg. Strong out of the ankle, strong out of the foot, strong out of the calf. Good balance. Some single leg injury prevention stuff. There we go. Good. Again, you don't want them to get down there, run the first 3 yards, and then get into the drill. The drill starts 20 yards out. So then he's going to do the same thing, but backwards coming back. So single leg hop backwards, stay on the ball of my foot, shoulders leaning forward. Our good athletic position, balance, strength, stability. Do not care how fast it is. Doesn't need to be big. We're just warming up. Jog it down 20 yards. Single leg reverse hop on the right. And then same thing, he's going to jog it down, reverse hop, single leg on my left. Nice. Good strength, good balance, good coordination. All right, then we get into some more dynamic flexibility. So, dynamic flexibility, generally on this one, we're going to choose another type of squat. It could be a bodyweight squat, it could be sumo drop step, some kind of lunge, might be a lateral lunge or just a stationary lunge front to back. 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. We'll toss all of those in there, but again, our squats and our lunges are going to be coming next. All right, so we're going to finish running 2 with 3 more exercises. Our first one is our lateral skater. So George is going to be facing sideways, but I'm going to show it to you facing front. Hips and knees are bent. I'm nice and low on it. Pushing off on my trail leg, far as I can, and then gather my feet. Far as I can and gather my feet. It's not for speed. All right, I'm trying to go for distance. Far as I can, together. Far as I can. Together. Got to stay down low for it. Push off hard on the trail leg. George, jog it down 20 yards. Lateral skater back, facing the track. There you go. Push off hard and over. Good. And it's going to take, you know, if you can do this for 2 yards or for 6 feet, he wants to jump as far as he can, but it's going to take a number of jumps to cover 20 yards. He stays down low with it. One more. All right, so some of the things you want to watch out for on that one, if the athletes are trying to be too high, all right, and we're just getting something like this here. We want them down low so that they can really push and cover some ground. If they get too tall, you know, they're basically just stepping out. All right, we don't want them to just step out. We also don't want the trail leg to drag. So when they push off, we don't want to see or hear this. We don't want the trail leg to drag. The trail leg needs to come up in the air. George, one more time, jog it down. Lateral skater back, facing the court. Stays down low. A lot of power off on that left leg. There you go. Boom. Good. Good balance. Acceleration, deceleration, power, coordination, strength, conditioning, a lot of different things. All right, good. Next one then is just our forward bound. So a forward bound is a pretty challenging exercise, especially for this age group, but for most age groups. With the forward bound, what we're trying to do, pick that front knee up, and kind of just working on the amount of force they're putting into the ground. An exaggerated run. We want to make sure that they're not skipping. Okay, a lot of times they're going to want to skip with it. All right, it's not a skip. The front knee comes up nice and high, and we want them to get a little hang time with it. Front knee up high, a little hang time with it. We don't want to see them bound down here. They want to be up. George, one time, jog it down, bound it back. Powerful arm action, front knee up high, up, yes, yes. Good, and so they're working on that. Again, we don't want to see down low here. The front knee's got to come up high. And again, until you get some strength, that's pretty tough. But we work on it, and eventually they can get it. Hit that one more time for us. We're going to do it twice. Jog it down, bounding, coming back. Bounding, coming back. Don't have to have them go super fast coming back. Slow it down, and then eventually they can pick up the speed of it. Good. And then just like running number one, we're going to finish with a jog down, sprint back. So now they feel what it's like to put all that force into the ground, to decelerate it, accelerate it. We want to say, okay, now you put all that force into the ground. Now put that much force into the ground when you sprint back this time. Jog it down, sprint back. Jog it easy. They're not trying to get down there as fast as they can. Force into the ground. Pump, 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 pump. Good, through the 10-yard line. We want them sprinting through the yard line. They don't sprint 20 yards, they sprint 20 yards and then decelerate. So, jog it down easy one more time, sprint it back. Putting that bounding force into the ground. And then again, we'll finish with our dynamic flexibility. So we want to try and pick some different ones than we did on running one. We want some variety for the workout. So I might choose hip swings front to back, side to side instead of soldier. Our crawls, three-legged dog, 10 yards with the right leg, 10 yards with the left leg, inchworm forward and back. You can go for distance or reps. And then we have duck walk forward, backward, 10 yards each. And that would be running warm-up number 2.